Okay, correction number one, more like a reminder. Just the word inspirational. Yeah, just want to remind you. It makes you want to do something, or it gives you energy, gives you motivation. Next, I heard Korea is same situation. Just remember that should be Korea is in the same situation. Okay, I heard hook song a few times. We don't really use hook for like an adjective for songs, but we do use the word hook for like one part of the song that gets stuck in your head, right? Like the hot summer, hot, that you can't forget it, right? That is the hook, right? So a lot of songs, they start slow, they build up, then suddenly it's like that one little melody that gets stuck, right? That's called the hook. Because like you go fishing, and then there's the hook, you get the worm on it, it gets stuck. The worm doesn't come off, right? So that piece of the song gets stuck, we call that the hook, right? But if you want to say a song has a hook and you can't forget it, that would be catchy. Easy to catch. So, oh, this song is really catchy, I like it so much, right? So you listen to it and immediately you're like, yeah, you get really interested in it and you feel like part of the song, right? So catchy song, right? Pop music is catchy. Classical music is not catchy, right? You don't hear classical, then you walk to work the whole day, like, yeah, I hear that same song, you know? It's kind of like a long, like a movie feeling, right? Just like, you can't really think about an entire movie the whole day, right? It's just one little, like 3-second or 6-second area. Anyways, next, no meaning song. I heard no meaning song. We would naturally just say meaningless, right? Meaningless. A meaningless song. So another hook that might have like no meaning is like that Girls' Generation, like GGG. Right? I've heard that song, but when I think about it, I don't really know what it's about. But it's just like, that's kind of like a meaningless hook, right? It's like GGG, baby, baby, or something like that. Like, what does that mean? Nothing, right? It's just like, it's just sound, right? It's just kind of meaningless. Next, this is not what you talked about, but it did kind of come to mind. If you do start a trend, we call you a trend setter. So yeah, Jihan, like next week she comes to class with a pink hat, right? And then suddenly every month we see more pink hats around Seoul. Like they're really popular, you know? Psy's on TV with a pink hat. You know, UJ Suk has a pink hat. Like, why is everybody wearing a pink hat? Jihan, she set the trend. She's a trendsetter, right? Or another word, trailblazer. So trail is like a path. Like you go hiking on a mountain, there's a trail, and blaze means to burn, right? So imagine, you walk in the mountain, there's a bunch of like plants in the way. So if you blaze a trail, you create a new trail. So people who are trailblazers would be like Elon Musk, right? He's kind of blazing the trail for like a new kind of car, right? Trailblazer, yeah. Blaze is B-L-A-Z-E. It means fire. Yeah. Next, hip. It also means you said you're like, you know a lot about the current fashion. We say I'm hip, right? So, or all the hip kids go to Harusuku, right? Or Hongdae. That's for the hip people, right? It's not the same word as hip hop, right? I'm not sure where that came from, but maybe it means like actually the body hip, right? This is totally unrelated. Just a common mistake that I hear is hip doesn't mean butt, right? It actually means hori, right? The side. It means this, right? Yeah, just because I heard somebody laugh when I said hip. It doesn't mean butt, okay? Because when I taught elementary school, if I say the word hip, my kids go, oh, hip. Like, dude, hip's not bad, right? It's just like shoulder, but your leg, right? The hip area. All right, just want to make a note. Anyways, next, Making a big money would be lucrative. Lucrative. I'll write it down because it sounds a little bit like tough spelling maybe. So there's the spelling. Lucrative. So some things are very lucrative. Technology jobs are lucrative. Doctor jobs are lucrative. Working in a big company is lucrative. Maybe, not to be mean to anybody who does it, but like selling a craft on the street, not really lucrative, right? Like selling some bracelets, maybe that's your passion, but it's not really a lucrative job. Taxi driver, maybe not that lucrative. Yeah, fast food job, not lucrative, right? So lucrative can be a business, it can be a job, anything that makes a lot of money. Next, I heard the pronunciation borned. Yeah, it should be borned. Sorry, not borned. Born. Born. No ed for born. It's irregular, kind of like cut. We don't say cut it. We just say cut for past tense. So I heard born should be just born. I was born with an artistic skill, or I was born with a skill to take photographs. Right? Cool.